Cappotelli. If you Brock Lesnar, Matt Cappotelli incidents. Let's see what Holly's talking about. I ain't seen him in a long time. What he's been doing.
Um, just that he was a big bastard. You know, he had that look. He had a good look. I thought he had a good look. You know.
Right.
I mean, he wasn't that good of a worker.
Did he respect the business?
I think he did. You know, I think he did. But he just didn't. He didn't like the travel. He thought it was a dirty way of life.
Right.
You know, and that's why he got out.
There's a lot of stories I'm going to ask you point blank. I guess the one time you guys worked together, did you purposely sandbag him on a power bomb? That's like one of the biggest things that are out there.
That's all internet bullshit.
Okay.
You can't believe what the internet says.
That's why I'm asking you.
No.
Okay.
No. He, as strong as he is, if I tried to sandbag him, he could pick me up anyway. So it doesn't fucking matter. You know. That whole internet stuff, anybody can get on there and put whatever they want. Nobody knows. You know, it's just people with their opinions. Yeah. You know, putting shit on the internet.
Internet, just like they were saying about like what's that dude's name? Oh, let me go look it up on the Wikipedia. That doesn't mean anything. So you could put up there that you're a multi-millionaire, and it's a damn lie. So you can't believe the Wikipedia. So it's true. And then he was talking about that about somebody was saying I remember somebody was saying he hates wrestler, he hates the business. No, he doesn't hate wrestling. He says to travel. I heard that before. He didn't like all this back and forth stuff.
Whatever they want to put on there. I mean, they don't know. They're not out there.
Exactly.
You know, Brock had the flu that night. We'd been out there for a while. He was tired. He went to pick me up. You know, and I stood up. I couldn't sit up. And, you know, if I was going to sandbag him, it's dangerous for me to sandbag him.
I remember that match. The
one. And number two, anybody
fell on the ground on that neck was hurt.
Throw him at will. You know, here I weigh 130 pounds. I ain't shit to Brock. He can pick me up and sling me halfway across the arena. You know, so I know they did the first one. And then when they did the first one, I asked Big if, because he was in charge, him and Kevin Dunn were in charge of it.
Right.
And I told them, I said, I want to do the next one. And JR wanted me to do it too. And JR came up to me and said, he asked me, he goes, you sure you want to do it? He said, we'd really like you to do it because, you know, Taz, you know, he kind of bullied people around. And he said if somebody called him out, he'd get his ass whipped. He said, we know with you, you know, if somebody called you out, we ain't got to worry about you.
Right.
You know, you'd take care of it. And so I said, yeah, I'll do it. You know, and that was one of the best things I've ever done. You know, I loved it.
Did you think the show exposed the business at all, or at that point the business was pretty much already open?
Are you talking about tough?
Pretty much
what are you talking about?
Right. I heard rumors, I don't know how true it is, that Triple H wasn't really for the taping of the show.
He wasn't.
Right.
He wasn't. He didn't like it.
What happened with you and Matt Cappotelli?
Okay, here we go.
Obviously, that's a sore subject.
Not so with me. To me, they disrespected the business. Because you got guys that work hard to make the business what it is today. And it was in Tough Enough 3, and I was a guest on number 3.
Well, he was a trainer on one of them,
got
too.
there, and they had everybody in the ring, and they're supposed to have a match. You know, it's like, tag in, do your thing, tag out, somebody else comes in, one of them things. Well, they're all laughing, cutting up, you know, like slamming people, and the guy taking the slams, laughing, and, you know, and getting punched, and they're laughing while they're getting punched, and I'm sitting there like,
no, I don't know about that. That's bad.
This is not the way it's supposed to be.
He's got a point there.
And they're filming this for...
Somebody hit you in the head, you wouldn't be laughing. What's his name? If Big Show drops a 500-pound knee in your chest, there's nothing to laugh at. You'll be on the ground hurting. Ain't nothing funny about that. He's got a point there. That's crazy.
For TV.
Right.
You know, and I'm sitting there, my blood was boiling. And so went up to Big. I said, I need to get in there. You know, and Matt was the one laughing and carrying on more than anybody. And so then they stopped and said they switched out people, and I got in there and I showed him that's not the way it is.
Right.
You know, and I made a believer out of him, and he couldn't take a simple ass whipping. All I did was, you know, give him a bloody nose, bust his mouth open.
That was it. That was rugged. He said I made a believer out of him, and you can't take an ass whipping. That Bob Holly is mean, boy. Cause I remember when they chopped the hell out of that one dude. He was a UFC fighter. Guess he got in there and thought it was gonna be a walk, and then they lit him up bad. It was some pay-per-view, and they tore him up. So he made a believer out of him.
It blacked his eye, you know, and then he the next day he was crying on the show, wanting to quit. Well, if he can't take that, he doesn't need to be in the business.
How about that? He's crying about it.
You know,
right.
I was easy on him. I could have been a lot worse.
Ooh.
You know.
Did you get heated off from the office for doing that?
Nope. Sure did.
How worse can it get? How about that? It get a lot worse.
What about as far as talent? We did an interview with Alan at one point. He thought it was wrong and that you shouldn't have taken liberties with Matt. Do you regret it at all, looking back at it, or
no? I don't regret it.
Okay.
I'll do it again. And me and Al got on the phone and went round and round about it. And I told Al, I said, I'll damn sure do it again. I said, I'm protecting the business. I said, all you are to these guys, you're nothing but a mother. I said, that's all you are to them. And, you know, I mean, me and Al are good friends.
Did you guys agree to disagree, I guess?
We agreed. Yeah, we're good friends, and to this day, we're still good friends. You know, and we had a heated argument, but you know what? After that argument was over, and I saw him at TV the next time, I mean, everything was fine. You know, but I had my opinion on it. He had his, and I told him, I said, you baby these guys too much. It's not the way it is. And I said, I went in there and I showed him the way it was, and that's too fucking bad if you don't like it.
Right.
I don't know if he babied him up, but I remember that one episode, the first season or the second season, somebody kept screwing up. And Al twisted this dude's arm up real good. He said something. He didn't say this. He said something like, "Don't do that shit again." He got real pissed off. He had this guy's arm way back here. I don't know what the hell that was, but that guy. I think the next week he quit on his own. He kept screwing up because you flipped the wrong way. You could hurt the guy and hurt yourself at the same time. And Al was pissed. This was I want to say probably might have been the first season. He was pissed off.
You know, and I said, I'll do it again if I have to, and ain't nobody going to stop me. And you know, of course, Al disagreed and everything, but that's just the way it was.
Did any of the other boys ever come up to you and ask you about that situation, or nobody really cared?
Johnny Nitro, at the time, who is now John Morrison. You know, at first he didn't understand. He didn't like it. But then after he started working and he'd been on TV for a while,
he understands.
He came up to me and he said, now I know why you did what you did. He said, I understand it. He said, I get it. And I said, thank you.
What are your thoughts on Johnny? Because he's really come into his own recently.
I like him. I think he's a hell of a worker. You know,
yeah,
he gets it. He's in great shape too.
I don't know what happened.
I know Triple H went on a TSN, and I guess he said your actions were inexcusable. Did you know about that at all?
About what?
About the whole incident with Matt.
Well, because Triple H doesn't doesn't like violence. That's why.
All right.
That's all it is.
Okay. Moving on.
Not so much he doesn't like violence. You know, it's just like if you asked him about UFC, he doesn't like it. But you know what? I was protecting the business, and if Triple H don't get that, well then he can kiss my fucking ass.
Whoa! Bob Holly. Woo! Bob Holly is mean and nasty. He don't give a damn. Oh boy. That dirty dog Triple H, boy. I tell you. It always comes back to that damn Triple H. Even though he's doing something serious out here with the company now, but boy, there's Triple H, boy. There's Triple H, Triple H, Triple H. It's Triple H, Triple H. He's a real piece of work. Damn.